days, love was pure and true. Now it's just a show for all to view. People use it for their own gain, leaving hearts in sorrow and pain. Once a sacred bond, now just a game. In the old days, love was pure and true. Now it's just a show for all to view. People use it for their own gain, leaving hearts in sorrow and pain. Once a sacred bond, now just a game. In the old days, love was pure and true. Now it's just a show for all to view. People use it for their own gain, leaving hearts in sorrow and pain. Once a sacred bond, now just a game. Hearts are broken, never quite the same. Love used to be a beacon bright, now it's lost in the shadows of the night. Oh, how we long for those days of yore, when love was honest forevermore. But now it's twisted, tainted and cruel, leaving us drowned. In the old days, love was pure and true. Now it's just a show for all to view. People use it for their own gain, leaving hearts in sorrow and pain. Once a sacred bond. In the old days, love was pure and true. Now it's just a show for all to view. People use it for their own gain, leaving hearts in sorrow and pain. Once a sacred bond, now just a game. Hearts are broken, never quite the same. Love used to be a beacon bright, now it's lost in the shadows of the night. Oh, how we long for those days of yore, when love was honest forevermore. But now it's twisted, tainted and cruel, leaving us drowning in an endless pool. What can we do? In the spiritual world, all seems bright, but shadows lurk in the dead of night. Half of humanity wears a wicked guise, evil deeds hidden behind virtuous eyes. Beneath the surface, a darkness lies, masks of deceit veiling their lies. In this realm where good and evil collide, the line between them is blurred, hard to decide. So tread carefully in this world so grand, for not all that glitters is gold in the sand. In the spiritual realm where illusions endure, evil and good dance in eternal obscure. Just imagine that. Karma doesn't ask you how you want it, it just comes and take it. So be careful how you treat others on your way up the ladder, cause your way down, trust me. In a world of empty stares, fake love fills the air. Sincerity's distant glare, leaving hearts in deep despair. Truth is lost in a web of lies, hiding behind deceitful eyes. Love that fades and slowly dies, leaving us with heavy sighs. Aching souls in a loveless land, yearning for a genuine hand, but fake love rules with cruel demand, leaving us to understand. In this age of like and retweets, we've forgotten what real love truly means. It's not just about show and tell, but a feeling that makes our hearts swell. It's hard to know who's true and who's fake in a world where appearances are hard to shake. But real love is deeper than a profile pic. It's in the way that someone makes your soul click. So let's not get lost in the digital haze. Let's remember what real love truly conveys. It's not about followers or online fame, but a connection that sets our hearts aflame. In this world of make-believe, they all wear a smile, but behind the scenes, it's just a clever guys, puppets in their show, dancing in their stage. We're all just pieces of their charade. Beneath their mask of joy lies the tangled web, where secrets and deceits are carefully bred. Their lovey-dovey act is just for display. We're all caught up in their twisted play. So let's break free from this illusion so grand, and see through the facade with hearts unplanned. No longer pawns in their game of charade. Let's find our own path and not be swayed. I feel like I'm surrounded with people with strings attached to their back, waiting for their master's command. It's like when I was little, right, and I was reading Pinocchio. Every time that he told a lie, his nose grew. It's just that, you know, in real life, their noses don't grow. Karma just catches. In the shadows we see a love so pure and meek, but all that's left is a ghostly echo, a memory bleak, longing for a bond that's true in this world so cold and weak, yearning for the love we knew before the all turned antique, lost in illusions of affection, bleeding like the mist, hollow hearts yearn for connection in a realm dismissed, seeking solace in echoes of the past where love truly exists, but all we find are mere reflections of what loved ones kissed. Amidst the ruins of our hearts, we search for something real, yet all we grasp are faded echoes of what used to appeal in this world where love has become just a commodity to steal. It's just a little food for thought. Hey, what up, everybody? I hope all of y'all is having a blessed and humble day. Continue to have a blessed and humble night. Listen, my StreamYard, I don't know, it's glitching on my side. I don't know if it's glitching on y'all side, but I know it's glitching over here, man. But I hope all of y'all have a blessed and humble
Now you continue to have a blessed, humble evening, man. Let's talk about it. Let me welcome all of y'all to the Writers for Life. Brings you the Let's Talk About It podcast, yo. Today's topic, modern love is wounded. All right, let's talk truth. Compatibility ain't the problem. All right, people need to start realizing that they are. All right, and before we get into this, right, I just wanted to say this, right. I think a few subscribers got mad, all right, because I was ignoring the chat this morning, and I guess some of them subscribed. One of them, I don't know, there was a few of them. What? I'm guessing they're trolls. I don't fucking know. All right, if y'all know me, guess what? Unsubscribe. I always say, if y'all don't like the stream, hit this, the dislike button is right there. All right, I'm not here to babysit no one's egos. You see where I'm coming from? And if what I say offends you, you shouldn't be here. All right. I tell a lot of people, all right, if you feel offended, if you feel uncomfortable, all right, leave. People act like they're hostages, all right, when they enter someone's home or someone's place. You see where I'm coming from? You're not a hostage. I ain't holding hostages, and the people I know ain't holding hostages. So just exit stage left. See, I make it easy for people. All right, I block them. If you feel uncomfortable, if you feel some type of way, there's no need for you to be here. So let me help you out. All right. Let me help you take that one step that you can't take for some reason. Bye. People act like people need them, yo. Like I keep telling everybody, man. Listen, we all need people to hit the video, look at it, listen to it. All right. I understand that, obviously. You see where I'm coming from? But I'm not here to be liked. So I can care less if somebody gets in their ego. But like I said, today's topic, all right, modern love is wounded. So let's talk truth about it, all right? And man, let me tell you something, all right? I believe that, a lot of people are compatible, all right? I'm not out here searching, because in due time, your match will come. But hell, I already found mine. So I'm not pressed. But here's the point, right? Too many people are out here jumping head first into relationships without even knowing who the hell they're dealing with. And let me make sure that y'all can hear me. Relationships without. All right, that y'all can hear me, because earlier there was an issue with the mic. All right, listen. Everybody wants the title. They want the title. All right, the Instagram post, the baby shower pictures, but nobody wants to do the work of actually getting to know each other. And then they wonder why it all falls apart. All right. You got folks having babies before they even know if if they truly care about each other. Swearing up and down they know what real love is, but how? How can you know? All right. How can you know love when you haven't healed yet? When you haven't figured out what you want, who you are, or where the hell you're going? Too many people are busy, chasing fun, chasing vibes, chasing temporary highs instead of, taking the time to understand each other. And by the time, reality hits, by the time they realize they're not, for each other, it's too late. Some already married, some already had kids, some got both. And now they're, stuck in a cycle of regret, resentment, all right, and broken homes. That's not love. That's chaos dressed up as romance. That's trauma bounding, all right, disguised as commitment. And it's time we call it out. Stop rushing. Stop pretending. Stop dragging kids into situations they weren't even ready for. Love ain't about rushing. It's about building. It's about healing. It's about knowing yourself so you can actually know somebody else. So yeah, compatibility. My bad. Damn, I hate when I get stuck like that saying that word. All right. Compatibility. Damn, compatibility. All right, listen, two people, all right, can be compatible. All right. It exists. But it doesn't mean shit if you're too broken and too distracted. All right. Too lost to recognize it. Heal first. Learn yourself first. Then maybe, just maybe, you'll know what real love feels like when it finally shows up. But I could be tripping, all right? So what we're going to do today is, right, because, videos like this are going viral everywhere, all right? People are having these conversations. If y'all want to come up, chop it up with a shorty, just ask me to drop the link. Only if you're going to keep it into, the topic, all right? Like, I could drop the link and let anybody just come up. You see where I'm coming from? But the last time I did that, I had somebody come up trying to see what they had to say, right? They was in my back chat calling out, nigga with the hard ER and much more. Right? So it's kind of like, block, block. So what I'm going to start doing is, if y'all want the link, ask for it. All right, I'll drop it. I don't mind dropping it. But we're gonna watch some TikTok videos, all right? Y'all know, y'all know I go over there because more people over there. Like, people upload the videos. I guess they feel,
the dating world is
better about themselves when, I guess, I don't know. I don't know what it is about TikTok and why, everybody goes on TikTok and post, or air their dirty laundry. But YouTube does it too. But I think, I don't know, people feel more comfortable. It's like I tell people, right? When it comes to my poetry, I can go to TikTok and have conversations with a lot of people over there about poetry. Nothing but poetry, all right? And it won't go left. They got like a whole poetry sector. YouTube has it too, but it's kind of like, where are the real poets in YouTube? I've seen a few of them, but it's like, I could post a poem over there. You see where I'm coming from? And I get a lot of people. I could sit here, have a live, read some poetry, and then I have other people join in. Over here, it's like, unless it's drama, unless it's, people cursing each other, dragging each other, or doxing each other, people don't want to, come in and have a decent conversation on some real shit. I'm not going to sit here and lie. Even when it comes to this modern love situation, right? Relationships, I'm not going to sit here and lie. On TikTok, I've had decent conversations. Over here, too many people want to come in and try to take shit left. Like, listen. And I'm not saying it doesn't happen over there. But over here, I find it hard to have conversations with people. Because it's like, I'm right. You don't know what the fuck you talking about. You don't know why. I'm like, why is you here if you can't have a conversation and it's just about you? See my point? People make you want to log off their pages. Then you got people over here trying to make you pick a side. It's like, dude, I'm going to go wherever the fuck I want to go to. If this person is entertaining to me, I'm there. Right? Motherfuckers act like shit. They your daddies, your mommies, your husbands, and your wives in this job. But like I said, if y'all wish to come up, chop it up with a shorty about these topics that we're hitting, right? Mostly, they're all about modern love, all right? People trying to, say that they're compatible, this and that. People saying that they're tired of love. Listen, like,
The dating world is in complete shambles, and it's because in 2025, here's why. So on a purely animal level, where the biological goal is reproduction, women and men generally do need each other in order to accomplish that goal. But once you go beyond biology into emotional needs, partnership, purpose, fulfillment, that is where the completely different is variety.
Men and women think they need to be together because of their sexual desire, but men and women are not compatible.
All right, we back. I don't know what's up with my stream, y'all. This John is really messing with a shorty. All right, y'all. Let's talk anymore. All right, or are we just pretending? Because every time I scroll online, I hear the same shit. Modern women don't need men. Men are tired of dating women. Like, we're not compatible. Like, damn, what the hell happened to connection, to building something real? Like, what I see is a bunch of hurt people screaming through their phones instead of healing themselves. Men walking around invisible, feeling like, the dating market don't even see them. Women protecting their peace, all right, stacking their money, saying, I don't need a man to survive. And somewhere in the middle, love got lost in translation. All right, bro, shit. So let's hear what it's still glitching. Like, what's up with YouTube? StreamYard. I paid for y'all, all right? Y'all shouldn't even be glitching at all. All right, listen, we're going to take a look at these videos. Y'all let a shorty know what y'all think, how y'all feel about them. Do y'all agree? Do y'all call it cap? All right. Do y'all believe? Do y'all feel the same way? All right. Me personally, like I said earlier, I feel as though, like I said earlier, too busy, all right, looking for love in the wrong places. I don't know if y'all have ever heard that phrase. Instead of falling back, waiting, not saying waiting, all right, letting it come, because it'll come, all right? Whoever it is that's meant to be in your life is going to come. It's going to walk through your path like shit, like, and you won't even know it. That person's probably been in front of you the whole time, all right, on some real shit, but hey, people just, I don't know. I guess they get lonely at times. But me personally, I feel as though
Men and women think.
I feel as though relationships get messed up because we're too busy rushing into it. And I'm not going to say we, because I don't rush. I've been with the same person for a good ass minute, and I plan on staying with that person. I don't see the point on cheating. I got everything I need at home. All right.
They need to be together because of their sexual. Men and women think they need to be together because of their sexual desire, but men and women are not compatible. They're opposites. If body A imposes a force on body B imposes a force on body A that is equal in magnitude and opposite in direction. They're classy. Oil and water don't mix, ain't never mixed. The problem is we trying to mix oil and water and force it to be together.
So what do I think about what she said? Somebody in the comments said, I know that two positives, the same doesn't attract, only opposites attract. Honey, if a man doesn't work for you, doesn't mean he won't work for another woman. Real shit. That's what I was just saying. Men and women have never gotten along. Somebody said, what the fuck? So if sex off the table, then women and men wouldn't deal with each other. Basically, that's what they're saying. If sex wasn't involved, men and women wouldn't. I mean, I don't know. I would love to hear your opinions, all right? So I'm going to move on to the next video and see what they got to say.
She sits in her immaculate apartment, scrolling through dating apps while her meal for one heats in the microwave.
Okay.
3 advanced degrees hang on her wall, her investment portfolio grows monthly, and her smart home responds to voice commands. She doesn't need a man to fix anything, pay for anything, or protect her from anything. Yet something feels missing. Meanwhile, across the city, he's playing video games in his bachelor pad after ordering dinner through an app. His cleaning service maintains his space, his virtual assistant manages his schedule, and his entertainment system provides endless distraction. He doesn't need a woman to cook, clean, or provide companionship. His life runs smoothly without female input. For the first time in human history, men and women don't need each other to survive. We've created a world where both sexes can live comfortable, prosperous lives in complete isolation from the opposite sex.
What the fuck? That is crazy. I'm going to skip this video, though, because it's a 28-minute video. I'm not going to sit here and lie. And I'm going to save this little job. For some reason, we're going to do a review and reaction to what they're saying. All right? Let me see what this person says. The few of us that understand love thought these things would lead to an Eden where we can focus on each other. But in reality, most people don't know what love is and only care about themselves. This goes for men and women, both. And it's really sad. It's like being promised my entire life is get my Hogwarts letter, but then at 30, I finally learned it was all made up. I mean, I guess. Let's see what she got to say.
The reason why good girls and good guys are having a hard time finding each other and staying together is because people are being great in relationship. And when I hear stories about people getting with someone that's great on paper, the good guy, the good girl, often the biggest problem is the smacks. The smacks is all 10 years down into that relationship, maybe a couple kids, they're unhappy, they lost the connection, and they feel like, does our junk even work anymore? Does this even need more saving? Do we need to continue to go to therapy?
What in the world does his junk got to do with anything? Listen, I've seen women be with men, right? And I mean, listen, these men have been in accidents, right? Their whole lower area doesn't work. And these women rock out with these men. All right. Like I said earlier, right? A lot of women, a lot of men rush into these relationships without taking the time to get to know each other. You see where I'm coming from? It's like the sex is more important than getting to, how can I say, than creating that bond. On some real shit. People have not sexually matured yet.
And couples counseling, and it's not changing the attraction that we have towards each other. And so when people are dating, keep in mind that also when you're dating someone that's a good girl or a good guy, you're often dating someone that has no experience. They're inexperienced. They stayed away from relationships and drama and different things, different experiences that often we will experience a bunch of times in our lifetime. They don't really have that compass. They don't have a map to figure out how to fix a situation or understand a problem within the relationship. Again, being good on paper, looking good on paper doesn't translate to being great at relationships or being great at sex. You have to find somebody that has the perfect balance of it all. The reason why good girls and good guys
Mm. I hear what she's saying, right? But let's be real. Some folks don't want relationships because freedom feels better than, compromise. Some are chasing goals, careers, independence. Some are scared, right? From, how can I say, some people are still scared. How can I say, still dwelling on the toxic exes, right? The ones who ghosted on dating apps, like betrayed by people who swore they love them, right? And some just ain't ready for commitment. Too busy trying to figure out who the hell they are. There are so many reasons why a lot of people don't want to be in a relationship nowadays, right? It is not, listen, I'm not gonna sit here and believe that shit. Well, a man and a woman can't be together. Then what? A woman and a woman can be together, and a man and a man. People believe so much in the Bible, but does it say man, man, woman, woman? But you know what? That's a topic for another day.
Yeah, man, just finished my tat. You know what I'm saying? Pisces, big fish. But that's not what we're here for. Today, I'm here to talk about the differences between men and women that we may not like, but are actually important to us coexisting together peacefully. If you think men and women are the same or equal, you're wrong. As far as equality goes, yes, we should have the same rights, but we are not the same. We are different. And that's
I say the same thing. All right. I believe in equal rights, but a man is a man, a woman is a woman. All right. Our bodies are completely different. As a woman, I don't want to be a man. And I don't understand as a woman why men want to be women.
it's okay. That's a good thing, actually. Those are the same size and same shape, or they not going to fit with each other. They got to be different to fit with each other. And that's how it is for us. The differences between us help us combine together and pick up where the other one lacks. You know what I mean? So I'm about to get into it. First off, and probably one of the biggest ways we differ is how we handle and process emotions. In its simplest form, we differ in these ways for the pursuit of our survival. For a man to be able to provide and stay on his purpose of that and actually be able to produce, we don't always have the time to feel everything or process all emotions right then and there in the moment. Ladies, you may think men are emotionally unavailable or we just don't care about anything, but that's not the case. It's just we don't always have time to care about everything.
Mm.
If you put it in terms of having to protect your family or something, you don't got time to be scared about it. You don't got time to feel fear. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta protect them. Or if something goes wrong and you lose money or something like that, you don't got time to be sad about it. You got to figure something out. You got to figure out how you're going to put food on the table. You don't
X.
got time to always process that. You just got to put it, bottle it up, and keep going sometimes. And men, you may think women are overly sensitive, overly emotional sometimes, but that is their superpower, that intuitiveness they have. Don't it seem like women always just know, like, even if they don't completely know, they know, like they know something's gonna happen before it even happens. That's the intuitiveness. That's their power for real. And having that ability comes with being more sensitive, more emotional, feeling everything. That's how they know. They feel it. Fellas, be real. When you think your girl is tweaking about something, 9 times out of 10, she's right. She be right. Let's be real. Fellas, your girl is not tweaking. She telling you stuff like, oh, I got a bad feeling. Don't go there. Listen, because she already knows. Fellas, your girl keep touching on an issue. Better come clean about it or speak about it now, because even if she don't know, she knows.
Listen, what people are forgetting is, right, listen, in this era, right, social media has taken away, right, the true meaning of what a woman's essence is, what a man's essence is, right? What they should be, what they are about. Like when you look at social media now, they want women to look like the females in baddies, all right? And they want men's voice to be shut. They don't want men to speak up. That's the crazy part. It's like we're in two complete different worlds, all right? Out here, the men speak up, right? There's women, like on social media, yes, like on some real shit. We got disrespectful motherfuckers. The kids is wild, all right? Shit hasn't really changed since back then. If anything, it has been disguised, all right? Social media has taken away what a woman and a man should be.
Next is what we need from each other. Fellas, you may think women ask for a lot, but like that's really a good thing because that's them like giving themselves to you. That's them putting their trust in you that you're gonna be able to make things happen, that you're gonna be able to be all that they need. Fellas, women are creators. You give them something small and they'll turn it into something large. You give them
Mm-hmm.
sperm, they're gonna give you a family. You give them a house, they're gonna turn the house into a home. And she
Yep.
gets on your case about it so much because she don't want these things from any other man. She wants it from you. Ladies, understand men are very simple. Like we do not need much. I don't know if I can speak for all men, but I feel like men just really want peace and sex, to be honest.
He's at
If you
peace and
want your man
sex.
to be that provider, he needs a peaceful environment to come home to. Like I said, we bottle them emotions up all day so we could do what we do. Staying in that masculine frame, it becomes draining. And as a man, when you can't go to your girl for peace, you're either gonna become angry with her or you're going to find other outlets for it. Whether it be drinking, gambling, even cheating for some men. No man wants to come home and hate what he's poured time into, sweat into, pain into. And as for the sex, y'all can say what y'all want, say man hypersexual, whatever. But that having sex that goes hand in hand with being in that masculine frame all day. Because when you don't have sex for a while, all that testosterone builds up. Like it puts you in a more masculine headspace. Like it's good to restrain for having sex sometimes because of that. But like when you don't for a while, bro, like fellas, y'all know what I'm talking about, bro. Like y'all be feeling like the Hulk. Like all that testosterone that's building up, y'all be feeling like the Hulk.
Oh
So when it's
shit.
been a while, you becoming more aggressive, less sensitive, more irritable. So you know what I'm saying? It's just good to get that off, especially if it's with your girl. You know what I'm saying? Like it's one thing, it ain't good to be beating it and hitting multiple different girls, but with your girl, yes, that's something important. Next is how we communicate. Fellas, you may look at it sometimes like, oh my gosh, why she talking so much? Why she always got something to say? But understand, like I said, she wants to be able to go to you for everything. You're her man. She want to be able to go to you. She don't want to have to go to her friends
Hmm.
or go to other people for it. She want to go to you for it because she love you. So you may think your woman always nagging you or always want to vent to you, but that's because she looks at you as a man who can solve her problems. She don't want other people to solve them. She wants you to solve them. And ladies, understand your man is not emotionally unavailable. Men are not bad communicators, but it goes back to what I said about sometimes you just gotta let it slide and just keep going. If a man really feels compelled about an issue, he's gonna bring it up 9 times out of 10. But if we don't, then we just don't see it as that serious, or we've already dealt with it and moved past it and just continuing on. Man, I know this video a little long, but everybody who stuck to the end, man, I mess with y'all. I love y'all. Y'all motivating me to keep going. Y'all motivating me to keep making this type of content. I hope this video helped you understand some things a little more. I hope that it resonated with your situation, and I hope you can apply it. But that's all I gotta say for now. So peace.
Well put, sir. I mean, I like how he put that on some real shit. He wasn't even in his bag. All right. It looked like he spoke from the heart. They say men and women are equal, but on some real shit, I say let's stop lying to ourselves. All right. We're not equal. Just like he said, I believe in equal rights. Yes. But equal rights don't mean we're the same. Our bodies are different. Our minds are wired different. Our struggles hit different. And pretending otherwise just keeps us stuck in denial. Right? As a woman, I can't do what a man does. And a man can't do what I do. That's not weakness. All right. That's reality. That's balance. That's the design. But somewhere along the way, society, all right, twisted it into competition instead of compliments. They told women you don't need men, and told men shut up, don't speak, don't feel, and now we're all walking around broken, disconnected, and confused. Real shit.
First truth. If you were raised in love and your partner was raised in lack, or vice versa, that relationship is going to be very, very trying, and it's going to be very, very hard to work if both parties are not willing to work at it. And I'm going to tell you why. The person who was raised with love has been shown affection, care, concern, and so they typically know how to give those things. The person who was raised in lack wasn't given those things. So what they know first and foremost is self-preservation. which means they look out for self first. And really, they're conditioned to do so. So they're not necessarily selfish or trying to be selfish, but because of how they were raised and what they've seen all their lives, they only know how to put themselves in a position over everyone else because they have had to. So let me break this down a little bit more. If you were raised in love, that means you're going to be giving love to that person because you saw that.
Thanks.
The person who was raised in lack is going to take the love and typically not reciprocate it, at least not in the way that you want or in a high volume way whatsoever, because again, they don't know how. I'm not making an excuse for the person who was raised in lack, because as an adult, you should know better. You should do better. But conditioning is very, very hard to break through. So you have to really decide, regardless of which side that you're going to be on, if you can really interact with that person or if it's going to really work out. Okay.
I like how she put that. On some shit, right? Listen, we act like it's all about choice when half the time it's about fear of being vulnerable, fear of being played, fear of losing yourself in somebody else's, and so in somebody else. All right, like men scared to be seen as weak if they open up, women tired of carrying emotional labor while being told they're too independent. Everybody's protecting themselves so hard they forget how to connect. Real shit.
Here's why men and women are not equal, and we never will be. Men and women are not equal because of the said fact that men date down and women date up. For centuries, thousands of years, women have always been hardwired to pick the best man that allows their offspring to survive. And men have to create value to be the man that women pick. This is why we have different mating strategies. This is also why a king can marry a peasant and make
what?
But a queen can never marry a peasant and elevate him to a king. This is why you see the double standard between men and women. And some claim that high value men shouldn't be able to date multiple women. But those men have created their value and made themselves men that are desirable to multiple women. And women, when youthful, when beautiful and young, they have all the options in men. They can pick the best man for them. So we all have double standards. We're not equal and we never will be. Here's why men and women are not equal and we never will be. Men and women are not equal because of the said fact.
Listen. He is right. We're not equal, but he brought kings in and brought all this shit in there. Like, wait a minute, what does that got to do with anything? I get what he's talking about. I get it. Like, listen, we're gonna move on. He compared it to kings. I mean, look, listen, we're not equal in the sense of that a man can't do what a woman does and a woman can't do what a man does. All right. All this king and peasants and queens and all that shit. Man, look, listen. I don't know what the fuck he was thinking about, but he kind of made, a point. I understood, what he was trying to say. It's just like, what the fuck, nigga? You in a whole fairy tale? Like, dude. This is not Disney World, okay?
I was jealous of my wife.
What?
And I'm saying this pretty much in response.
Go listen to this video. This video gave me chills. Okay.
Damn, that was wild, but I get the title. Feminine men and feminine women are not an energetic match. Oh, wow. I mean, yeah, obviously, I want my man to be masculine. I don't think any woman wants their man to behave like them on some real shit. I don't want my man to be matching my energy. What the fuck? I might as well date myself.
It was like watching a horror film to me. But at the same time, it's also a spiritual confirmation of things that I've been through as well, even though I'm not a married woman. And I think women were not warned. Hey, your father, your brother can be jealous of you. Your male friends can be jealous of you. Your coworkers can be jealous of you. The men in your life, your lover can be jealous of you. We're taught that only girls really are jealous of us. Yes, they prepare us that, don't be around men because they might sexually assault you. But
That's
they don't
true.
warn us about like the jealousy part.
She's
The
right.
things that stood out to me in this brother's video was that he said he always wanted to be taken care of. He always wanted God's favor on him. Everything in his life he had to work hard for. So seeing him taking care of his wife angered him. And what I don't understand about this is that you don't have to have a wife. And I think a lot of men do feel societal pressures.
Let me pause her real quick. Please come respectful to the chat. Don't be typing in that R word in my chat and stuff like that, whereas then I can get my channel clapped, all right? Like, y'all got to be careful what y'all say in these chats. I will block y'all. I will ban y'all. Please come in respectful. Keep it on the topic. You see where I'm coming from? Or similar to the topic. But don't come in here saying that somebody or someone, you know, is graping and doing this. And don't come in this chat. There's nothing. We're not talking about pedophiles or groomers or rapists right now. We're talking about modern love, you know, is wounded. Relationships, all right? Why men say that, you know, how can I say they don't want to date women no more, all right? Why women want to stay single and alone. Not, listen, today I'm not Olivia Benson, all right? We got lives for that, all right? And then y'all come on and y'all come in here with misinformation too. Go do y'all research, right? And find y'all information before y'all start typing and talking shit that y'all don't know about, all right? Let's continue. People out of pocket.
So seeing him taking care of his wife angered him. And what I don't understand about this is that you don't have to have a wife. And I think a lot of men do feel societal pressures, religious pressures, you know, family pressures that they have to get married and they have to be the provider, but you don't have to get married. And that is a way to avoid having to be that provider. Take care of yourself. Don't get a wife. Don't get children. Don't have kids.
Real shit.
Basically, you don't have to be in that position where you have to worry about a mortgage and bills and, you know, people depending on you financially. Don't get married. But I think that's the thing about it is that they want to get married because they know that being married comes with benefits, having access to a woman's body, you know, having some women to have your children, you know, maybe a cook, maybe a cleaner, you know, maybe a decorator. There's a lot of things that come to play when you're married. You'll even live longer, right? And with my experience, I noticed that the men that became jealous of me, all of them were feminine, right? And I think that people don't realize that they're not marrying or they're not dating their energy match, right? So I'm pretty feminine, right? So usually when I do get with feminine men, it doesn't work out because it's like two women battling with each other. He's looking for me to pay for things, take care of him, be that provider, be a protector to him. And I'm looking for him to do those things for me. So we tend to clash like two women. And I think men who are feminine, it's actually agonizing for them spiritually, financially, physically to take care of a woman. It's not in his nature. And I think men like this, it's better for them, not all of them are gay, but it's better for them to be with more of a masculine woman. Be with a woman that doesn't mind taking care of you. I've seen it. I've had female friends who let their man stay at home while they went to go work. Pick a masculine woman. But what happens is when these feminine men start doing masculine activities, they end up being depressed. They end up becoming jealous of the woman. They want to be in that feminine energy.
I don't know if what's saying is true, but it's crazy how somebody in her comment says, does this also happen men who were raised by single mothers who were the head of the household? And somebody commented back saying, yes, it could happen to them. Their brain was trained to watch women struggle and take on both masculine and feminine energy roles. I don't know how true that is. You see where I'm coming from? But it kind of makes sense, right? In a way, but it doesn't mean that it's true. All right. That could be a reason why,
Men and women.
I was jealous.
that could be the reason why a lot of these men behave the way they do. But I don't know. And then somebody said, I agree, because the real provider wouldn't have these feelings. They have pride in taking care of their family. Like, dude, you're jealous? She's taking off to finish her last run in college. That's crazy.
Men like this, it's better for them. Not all of them are gay, but it's better for them. Feminine men, it doesn't work out because it's like two women battling with each other. He's looking for me to pay for things, take care of him, be that provider, be a protector to him. And I'm looking for him to do those things for me. So we tend to clash like two women. And I think men who are feminine, it's actually agonizing for them spiritually, financially, physically to take care of a woman. It's not in his nature. And I think men like this, it's better for them. Not all of them are gay. It's better for them to be with more of a masculine woman. Be with a woman that doesn't mind taking care of you. I've seen it. I've had female friends who let their man stay at home while they went to go work. Pick a masculine woman. But what happens is when these feminine men start doing masculine activities, they end up being depressed. They end up becoming jealous of the woman. They want to be in that feminine energy. Another thing that stood out to me in his video was he kept saying spiritual warfare, and how as soon as you get married or you get in these relationships, the devil comes after you. It's not really the devil that's coming after you, it's you. Marriages, relationships, friendships, they expose your darkness. So those demons in those ways, they're not being inflicted and placed on you. They're within you. Your true shadow side, your insecurities that you didn't address, your childhood traumas you didn't address, your ways that you didn't address, the things that you've been repressing within your soul, those are the devils. Those things start to come up because in marriages and relationships, you're going to have different things that you're going to go through. So your true self is coming up. You didn't realize, dang, I want to be taken care of like a woman. I'm more feminine based. But there's nothing prepares you as a woman. Nothing prepares you as a woman to the man that you love being jealous of you. I've had a few exes tell me to my face, I'm jealous of you. And what I notice is that I have an equal balance of masculine energy and feminine energy. When it comes to business, I use my masculine energy for business. And a lot of men don't have it in them. They don't have it. They don't have that ambition, that motivation, that assertiveness. That's the type of energy, the masculine energy that you need in order to achieve certain things. And some of the men that I dated in the past, they didn't have that. So they were jealous when they saw me, a woman. How is she so assertive and aggressive and, motivated and, she's leadership energy. How does she have this and she's a woman? So they became jealous because it just wasn't in them. They were more feminine based. They weren't using their equal balance of masculine and feminine energy.
Okay. So my question would be, all right. How does a man grow up to be so feminine? All right. In her chat, there's a lot of people saying, could it be because, the boys being raised by single moms, right? But then again, I seen boys, right, grow up into some strong men, right? And not be so feminine that have been raised by single mothers. So we can't even really blame that on the single moms. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Yeah, I said that earlier. Like, listen. I love the outfit she got on. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. That outfit look dope as shit. If I lose a little more weight in my tummy, I'll rock an outfit like that. Yo, I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I love the color. I would have never thought it's like a I don't know, it's like a great cranberry color, a burgundy. No, I don't know. That John look hot the way she got it. She rocking that John. All right. Shout out to her for the outfit, yo. But me personally, as a woman, all right, this is why I love my baby daddy so much, yo, on some real shit. All right. I love the masculine side of him. All right. I love the fact that, listen, they say that all men got to sit here and be, quiet, rough, this and that. No, man, he's romantic when he has to be romantic. All right. He's rough when he has to be rough. He stands up for me when he has to stand up for me. He lets me do what I got to do when I got to do it. You see where I'm coming from? And he doesn't, how can I say, stop me from being me. All right. I am who I want to be around him. A lot of men cannot handle, all right, the strength in a woman that can sit here, start a business, make her own money, and not depend on him, but still, depend on him. All right, it sounds contradictory. It's because I can't find the proper word for it right now, and I'm not breaking my head. All right, right now to think of the word. All right, it's a word that I'm looking for, but fuck it, it's in the back of my head, but it's not coming out my tongue. Right. So in reality, I don't know why we hit 2025. And I mean, it does have something to do with the upbringing. All right. We do got a lot of lazy men out here, but then we also got a lot of, independent women. All right. These videos are mixed up. All right, guys. You're going to have both sides speaking. And I love it because it's always, when I hit a panel, it's always got to be just about the man or just about the woman. I like to mix it up because what if, both genders want to come up on a panel and chop it up with me real quick about this. You see where I'm coming from? And I can get both perspectives because, like, I'm still doing a part 2 on this because I want to get, a lot of people's perspectives on this. Right? Like, what is going on in 2025? Right? In reality, I want to get, the honest truth of why men don't want to date women no more, and women are saying, fuck men, I don't need them. But turn around, right? And the same men that they say they don't need, right? They end up calling for whatever the reason it is to bail them out the same problem they got them. Not all women are like that, though, all right? We sure as hell got some strong ass independent women, all right, that can have a relationship. And what I mean by that is crazy, right? I said independent there. Right? Because I've seen it. I'm one. All right. Listen, I'm in a relationship right now. All right. He has his business. I have my business. And we, come together. We help each other. All right. He helps me with my business and I help him with his. He don't tell me, oh no, you're a woman. You got to stay in your lane, in your place. Because there's no need to. We understand each other. All right. Like, and it's crazy. We barely fight. We sometimes I get in my bag. I'm a female. Like, motherfucker, you ain't gonna sit here and fucking tell me this shit. Yeah, sometimes it comes out. All right, me. And bless his heart, he's still here with me today. All right, but it's this thing, I don't know, the stigma that's going around. All right, men ain't shit, women ain't shit. It's like, what the fuck? Now you're hearing everybody say, oh, men and women are not compatible. Okay, so what the fuck is gonna happen? Women are gonna be fucking women and men gonna be fucking men? Let's make it make sense. Me personally, I like my men. I don't know about y'all, but I sure as hell found my compatibility. Real shit. So listen, and I ain't go looking for it. That motherfucker walked in front of me like a knight in shining armor. The motherfucker still wonder why I say shorty believes in fairy tales.
To become successful. Then I've had men be jealous of my talent. I used to be a performing poet. And I remember one night I was performing and I looked in a crowd because a lot of time when I am performing, I close my eyes. And something said, open up your eyes. And when I looked around the room, I saw my friends smiling at me. I saw people cheering. But when I looked to the left, I saw the guy that I was dating at the time. And he was looking at me like this. He was so jealous. And later on, he confessed to me, yeah, seeing people cheer for you, seeing you do well on the mic, that made me jealous. Spiritual jealousy. A lot of men will be even spiritually jealous of you because they see that you have these spiritual gifts. They see the favor on your life. But what's really crazy is that a man doesn't realize that a woman be covering him. Why do you think men's lives, when they get divorced or when they break up with a particular woman, their life goes downhill? Their health declines, their looks decline, their money decreases because you were getting that energy from that woman. And I've had men that, you know, when I broke up with them, their money dried up, their looks dried up. They stopped getting women like they were when we were together. Nobody was looking at him. This happens. And yes, I've had a ex-lover of mine tell me to my face, I don't understand why God is using you and not using me. I even work for the church. So how is it that you have a stronger connection with God and I don't have that connection with God? Sound like a personal problem, brother. And I feel like feminine men, these type of men, they always tell themselves. You can tell by the way they move, how they court you, if they protect you, are they providing? You're going to see it in the dating phase. Okay, even if they buy nice things for you, you're going to see that it's really not in his nature. You can see that it's painful for him to buy you a gift, pay for dates, protect you. He's not going to fall in line. Masculine men, they're going to fall in line. You're not even going to have to tell a masculine man, okay? Feminine men, it's almost like you have to train them in a sense because it's not in their nature to be a protector, to be a provider. It's agonizing for them. Be very careful. This is dangerous. And whenever I know a man is jealous of me, it could be a friend, family member, lover. I'm out of there.
That's wild. Listen, it's wild to have a man jealous of a woman, all right, especially in a relationship. I'm not gonna sit here and lie, but I'm gonna ask the women that get in these relationships the same question that I asked the women, all right, that get in a relationship with the men in the DL. If y'all missed a few videos that I've uploaded and there's some more coming, make sure y'all go check them out, all right? But don't y'all notice these red flags? Or is that y'all think that y'all, you know, see red flags and y'all think that y'all an adventurer at Six Flags? Like, this is why I say that nowadays people jump into relationships. They don't get to know each other. They don't create a bond at all. All right. Like, and what's crazy is by the time they realize that they don't want to be with each other, they're either married, they have kids, or both. All right. So my thing is relationships didn't die. All right. They got buried under ego, under trauma, under the fake ass idea that being alone is always strength. No, being alone can be healing, but don't lie to yourself. Sometimes it's just hiding. Sometimes it's just fear dressed up as freedom. So yeah, relationships still exist, but they're not thriving. They're limping. And if we don't start, you know, how can I say, talking about the bullshit, calling out the lies, the projections, the cowardness, all right, we're going to keep scrolling through videos of broken people who don't even know how to fix themselves. I'm not here to say everybody needs a partner. I'm not here to say stop lying about why you don't. Stop blaming modern women or tired men. All right, own your scars, own your fears. Heal your damn self. Because until you do, all right, compatibility ain't the problem. You are. Real shit. Oh shit, the Undertaker has popped up in the building. Yo, welcome to Detroit, baby. We got the word in the building, man. Make sure y'all go check him out. Great conversations, great topics, yo. Real shit, man. 22 Rolling is in the building. The beautiful Selena is in the building. How y'all doing? All right. It'd be crazy how, let me see, wait, let me go Let me come up a little bit more. She doesn't sound like. Let me come over here. She doesn't sound like she wants to build with a man. A lot of women don't, man. Beyonce ex-boyfriend syndrome. Yeah. It'd be crazy how people project their personal experience into a general perception. Maybe you just selected the wrong male, and maybe what you actually don't want you. What up, dude? That's some real shit. Most people settle then complain about what they settle for, and that's true. That's happening a lot. All right, especially in 2025.
So, unless you've been living under a rock by now, you have heard. Men and women seem to have been drifting apart for a very long time now. And none of us can quite put our finger on as to the reason why. Well, in this new study, we may be able to shed some light on the current situation, especially among Gen Z. Roll a clip.
Gen Z, these are adults under 30 years old. We thought we would ask a big picture question, what they think is most important to their personal definition of success. So we gave a whole bunch of different options here, and we asked folks in this poll, pick the 3 that you think are most important. The most commonly cited for Gen Z for success in life, to have a fulfilling job or career, to have the money to do the things you want to do. What was most surprising about this poll, though, was there were massive differences between how men and women in Gen Z answered, and there were huge differences politically. When you combine those two things, gender and politics in Gen Z, and you ask about what's important to success, they are worlds apart. Look at this. Men, Gen Z, men under 30 who voted for Donald Trump.
What does this got to do with anything?
Successful life, having children. Number 1, women, Gen Z, voted for Kamala Harris. Where's have it? Wow. All the way down here at the bottom. Couldn't be more opposite. Second to last for women who voted for Harris was being married. Being married, look at this, near the top of the list for men who voted for Donald Trump. Another huge difference, a very common answer for Gen Z women who voted for Harris was having emotional stability. For Gen Z men who voted for Donald Trump, you got to go all the way to the bottom to find that one. These are some core basic questions about how people think about life. And you can see here, this rising generation in this country, very far apart.
So, you're saying
I cannot. People are really letting these politicians, these celebrities, and these influencers get in their heads. I just said this. Yo, man, social media is going to be the end of money. All right? Relationships, jealous friendships, you know what? I mean, it was bad already without the social media. And I'm not saying the internet. The internet existed way before fucking social media. I'm literally talking about social media, where you got men and women, all right, thinking that they are part of fucking housewives or freaking baddies.
You heard it. Now I'm about to drop the verdict. Doesn't that explain the situation where we at right now, guys? Men and women just aren't on the same page. We don't want the same things anymore. And that's why the family structure has suffered. This is why society as a whole has suffered. Since the beginning of time, men have had roles that they must fulfill. Women have had roles that they must fulfill. And what is crystal clear in this polling is that women no longer are interested in doing what they have been tasked by God to do. See, God tasked men with 3 things: to protect, provide, and to cultivate. Women, you were supposed to be wives, to help me, and supposed to rear the children. And if you don't want to be a wife and you don't want to be a mother, what good are you? At least to the group, to society. And you can say, oh, well, we contribute. And I would say to you, name one woman who has impacted societal infrastructure. Just one. Whether she invented something that we currently use, whether she implemented a system that she 100% invented herself that we all still currently use. Like, what inventions that a woman came up that has benefited society as a whole, that has lifted society as a whole. So I'm just trying to figure out, this isn't about bashing women. This is trying to make, I guess, sense of the scary situation that a lot of us find ourselves in. And the reason why the situation is scary is because if men and women don't reproduce, we will cease to exist. Look, it's like this. It's difficult to find a partner who is aligned with what you think politically, economically, morally, right? And then when you start breaking down the fabric of who we are as a species, men, we're supposed to protect. We're supposed to provide. We were supposed.
Damn, I didn't even realize my John went on me. I want to pause this right here real quick. I get what he's saying, but he said name one woman. all right, that has done something that's been beneficial, all right. Well, let me see. Josephine Coltrane, all right, The Windshield Wipers by Mary Anderson, all right. And let me see. What else do we got? Other significant contributions include the first computer algorithm by Ada Lovelace, and they did a whole movie about that. Ada Lovelace, all right. The Life Raft by Maria Beasley, and I think a whole bunch of other more. Like I don't know why he said that Alice Parker, Tabitha Baffett, Florence Parpert, my bad, Catherine Bludgett, Anna Conley, Nancy Johnson, Margaret Knight. Telecommunication breakthroughs, that was Shirley Jackson. Come on, caller ID and call waiting, Shirley Ann Jackson. I mean, women have done a lot. They have invented a lot, right along with men. So I'm a little confused, right, on his explanation.
Supposed to cultivate. That's what we're supposed to do. Women, you were supposed to find a husband. You were supposed to be a wife. You were supposed to be a helpmeet. You're out of alignment with God. This is the reason why we find the world upside down, where up is down, left is right, right is left, winter is summer, summer is winter.
So women are supposed to be going out here hunting for men, huh? We're just supposed to, I guess, put on our little cowboy hat on, all right, our cowboy boots, get our little stallion ready, get our little whip, and we just out here, all right? Let me get my little bow and arrow with some goddamn, I don't know, some, what you call that shit, chloroform. You know that shit that put the motherfuckers to sleep when they kidnap them and shit? Put some of that shit into the, bow and arrow little thingy that you shoot out, all right? And let me go out here hunting for some men. Let me Cardi B the shit out these men and make them my husband. Well, this is the problem with, see, some men got too much machismo. No, you as a woman are supposed to go get a husband. You're supposed to be married. You wonder why some women say, fuck you. I don't want nobody to tell me what to do. I'm sorry. Random thought. Like, people come online and say the dumbest shit. I mean, I don't know if he was trying to be cool, but dude, your cool card just got, that shit backfired. Like, what's up with you?
It's like this. It's difficult to find a partner.
It sure as hell is.
With what you think politically, economically, morally, right? And then when you start breaking down the fabric of who we are as a species, men, we're supposed to protect. We're supposed to provide.
Okay.
We were supposed to cultivate.
That's true.
That's what we're supposed to do. Women, you were supposed to find a husband.
You were
supposed to be a wife. You were supposed to be a helpmeet.
We were supposed to be a helpmeet.
With God, this is the reason why we find the world upside down, where up is down, left is right, right is left, winter is summer, summer is winter. Everything is backwards now. And the Bible spoke about this. I'm not trying to go biblical or trying to have you think anything other than the truth. The problem is more things than not have been proven factually accurate from the Bible. And my notion has always been this: if you believe one piece of the Bible, you must believe it all. It's either all or it's nothing. In this particular situation, I don't believe in the Bible. I believe in God, but not the Bible, sir. All right. See, you got to read the Bible, right? A lot of people misunderstand that, John. All right. It's like a puzzle piece that's misplaced that you got to put together. All right. It's like a computer, right? That you got to put, sit here and code, all right? And get the algorithm right, right? Well, you got to do the same shit with the Bible, all right? Figure it out. And I think y'all read and understand what y'all want to understand. they're telling you that mental stability for women near the top, emotional stability, emotional support, whatever it is, some frou-frou shit. For us, near the bottom of the list. Because at the end of the day, I need you to fulfill your duties as a wife, and I'm going to fulfill my duties as a husband. And together we will form that family unit that God has ordained in his holy word. But that's just my opinion. I'd love to know yours. Do you think women are out of pocket, or do you think it's the men who have forgotten who they really are? Either way, let's beat it up in the comments. And of course, you already know, smash that follow button.
Smash that follow button. Listen. Smash that follow button. All right, listen. Listen. I am tired of watching men, all right, men's voices get silenced. I'm tired of seeing brothers carry pain in silence because the world told them therapy is weakness, vulnerability, is shame, and men's emotions, are for women. Nah, men deserve the same care, the same compassion, the same damn mental health support we fight for as women and do for our kids. Because if men are drowning, families are drowning, communities are drowning. Listen, this isn't about who's stronger or smarter. It's about respect. It's about balance. It's about admitting that equality doesn't mean sameness. It means honoring the differences while fighting for the same rights. All right, the same dignity, the same chance to heal. Real shit. But I don't know. We all perceive it differently, I guess.
Okay, here's my hot take. Men and women are actually not compatible. They've never been compatible. Okay, the only reason why they were able to exist back in the day is because women just submitted. They just submitted and they were controlled and they were dependent. And they had no option. They had to literally marry for survival. That's why we have any problems now. Okay, so my hot take, men and women are actually not compatible. They're not. So yeah, does that mean, are we just not going to have any relationships anymore? Yeah, we're not going to have relationships anymore. I don't think it matters.
She said there's not going to be no more relationships because men and women are not compatible. So what you going to do, shorty? You just going to be out here and become a lot lizard? What you gonna do? Listen, I love the masculine men I got at home. All right. I listen. I don't know what's up with y'all, but y'all should be able to tell. Like the signs are there.
I don't think it matters. I think if women want to have children, there's so many options for us to have children now. We can go to the sperm bank and have a child that way.
And guess what? You're gonna still complain about it the same way as if you had a child with a man. The only difference is, guess what? This time, the only place you can go get help from is the government, because the man is not there because you artificially inseminated yourself. That's it. You ain't got to come to the man and say, I need child support or none of that. Oops, did I let a secret out? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to expose some of y'all, but I'm getting tired of this shit. Real shit. A lot of y'all is going to these sperm banks. All right, y'all think in the beginning it's going to be so easy, but then I was like, fuck it, man. We just need to get this money. Y'all go SSI, welfare, make up all these problems, get these, government assistance from all the places y'all can get. Y'all don't need a man to use, the baby as a tool. Now, guess what? The government is your baby's daddy. Did I expose something? I didn't mean to.
So many options. Okay, here's my hot take. Men and women are actually not compatible. They've never been compatible.
Oh, let's just start it over again. Boy, some people come online and say the dumbest shit. We're going to end this joint when I hit the 2-hour mark. We're in 1 hour and 22 minutes. All right, let's watch a few more videos.
Okay, the only reason why they
ever going to get along until men acknowledge their
what?
Yeah, I'm still processing, so bear with me. It's a bit of a long video, but walk through this.
Hold on. I guess she's about to roast this bitch. Wait, I didn't mean to. What? Wait, calm down. Put Philly away real quick. Be professional.
Ever going to get along until men acknowledge their betrayal.
Yeah, I'm still processing, so bear with me. It's a bit of a long video, but walk through this with me. Hear me out, okay? So the creator that I'm stitching has theorized that Black men and Black women will not get along until Black men admit,
what?
Or at least the thought that they betrayed us at some point.
Oh my God.
And that's the reason we just can't get on the same page. And hearing this theory has struck a chord, like in my depths. Our DNA is extremely old. and it's ancient essentially. There's something in me that's been ignited by this theory, and I can't put my finger on it. And the thing is, I've been feeling like this, but I didn't have the words because I don't know where to study this. I don't know where to look for this, but there was like an inner knowing. And hear me out. Hear me out. So this is my theory. It is my belief that Black women, and when I say Black, I just mean melanated. I know that Black is a construct, so just relax on that, right? But it's my belief that Black women had communities and pockets of divine feminine, that the men were not a part of these communities. They were on the outskirts. They were the guards, they were the warriors, and they just help us make babies. That was it. They didn't have any place in our society except for that. They were.
God damn. Why they make us sound like a factory of baby making? Like, what? Do we look like a baby factory? Jesus. Every time they talk about women in the past, it's like, y'all only good to make babies. Y'all are only good to fuck. Damn, is that true? So we not good to comfort y'all, make y'all feel better in other ways? Just sex and make babies? Damn. No wonder women got tired back then.
I believe that Black women, and when I say Black, I just mean melanated. I know that Black is a construct, so just relax on that, right? But it's my belief that Black women had communities and pockets of divine feminine, that the men were not a part of these communities. They were on the outskirts. They were the guards, they were the warriors, and they just help us make babies. That was it. They didn't have any place in our society except for that. They were essentially the worker bees. We were all the queen bees and they were the worker bees. And it is my belief that we had rituals, we had magic, we nurtured, we were healing, we had all these things going for us. And the white man came, planted a seed in Black men's ear, and they said to them something like this, in my imagination. They said something to them like,
her imagination.
We see how your society is being ran, and we see that the women they've got all the power here. We're going to start a new society. We're going to label it a patriarchy, and guess what? You get to be in charge. And I think that Black men were convinced there was a pact. There was a pact between him and the white man. And I think that for ages, they've been trying to get white men to live up to the pact. Listen, let me deconstruct this. So yes.
Listen, I don't know where she heard this at. It sounds kind of familiar, but I guess she's putting it in her own way. All right, but let's continue to listen. This shit is wild. I mean, it kind of sounds familiar. She's kind of making us sound like the Amazonian woman. No men allowed. All right, that's the crazy part.
I think that with all of our magic and all of our divineness and our juiciness, the men were like, oh, well, we want to run a society. We want to be in charge. Now, mind you, I don't think Black men had an issue with the way society was running. Our society was running. I don't think they had an issue with it being a matriarch. I think they had no issue with that. I think it was white men planted the seeds and then they double-crossed Black men. They got Black men to infiltrate. They got Black men to kind of lower our guards, to let them in and teach them. In turn, they took what we taught them, gave it to the white man.
Now I know why the story sounds familiar. She's speaking on the Amazonian women story. I think we did a live on that one day. Like, this is why her story is sounding so familiar. All right, like, what the fuck? That's what it sounded like, yo. Like, so she just want Black men to be submissive to her will. Yeah. That is definitely what it's sounding like. I'm not going to sit here and lie. I know a lot of women going to get mad at me, but guess what? I don't give a fuck. Like I tell people, man, I believe in women's rights, right? But I'm not a part of no feminism group, all right? And that word women empowerment is overrated and overused, all right? Too many women use that women empowerment shit, right? Hide behind it to bash other women and men at the same time. So people can get the fuck out my face with that, oh, you're a woman, you should be defending the women. Yeah. So why are there women bashing women and men? I should defend those too, huh? Knowing that I'm a mother of daughters and sons. Lord have mercy.
The white man then double-crossed them and made us all slaves. I know
Okay.
this sounds crazy. Let me tell you, I know this sounds crazy. I do.
So now we became slaves. Our ancestors became slaves because the black men listened to the white men and decided to step up to the women because they didn't want to be submissive no more. What the fuck? I mean, yo, wait. I'm sorry. Philly was about to, I wish YouTube wasn't, I wish YouTube wouldn't censor us so much. Like, yo, wait a minute. Like, I want to say so much, yo. I'm from Philly, so I got to watch more movies. Oh my God. So the white men taught the black men how to be men and how to finally conquer the women. What the fuck is going on? You need to write a book.
Planted the seeds and then they double-crossed black men. They got black men to infiltrate. They got black men to kind of lower our guards, to let them in and teach them. In turn, they took what we taught them, gave it to the white man. The white man then double-crossed them and made us all slaves. I know this sounds crazy. Let me tell you, I know this sounds crazy. I do. But it just makes so much sense to me. It's like, how could it not? Because if you've disarmed the women and in turn you thought you were going to get something out of it, you too have low-key been disarmed. So it's much easier to enslave a disjointed, disconnected people. If black men and black women were on the same page, I don't think they could have taken us over. Look at Haiti, look at Colombia, like Cartagena specifically, the Palenque people. Like, let's be honest. I feel like when we were like this, there was no way they could infiltrate and then put us in bondage for as long as they did, unless.
So you're telling me that you would have been just happy being a baby factory making machine? You would have been happy just being there and making babies all day, huh? What is wrong with some of you women? Y'all want to take it back to that, but you're only describing one tribe, the Amazonian women. There were plenty of other tribes. Did you know that? That's what I'm like. I get where she's coming from, but that was only one tribe. What you're describing is the Amazonian women, and no, it didn't happen the way you said it. Where there was just all a tribe of all women. All right, they were warriors and stuff like that. All right, that's how they made that movie. What is it, The Woman King? All right, they shaved their heads and all that shit. Right, blah blah. Yes, that was a real tribe. We spoke on it when we drove down the rabbit hole the other day. All right, but ma'am, we're in 2025. And me personally, I don't want to be a baby making factory machine. All right. Yes, I want to make love to my man and only my man, but I sure as hell don't want to be getting pregnant every year. Shit, I'm glad my man don't look at me just good to be, for sex only and to make babies. God damn. I have a feeling that she wants to, take us back in time to have the experience of what the Amazonian women lived.
We were sold out, and the men were convinced at some point they would get their just due. The civil rights movement, everything was hinged on whiteness. It was never about equality. It was never about equality, and it was always about whiteness. Black men just wanted whiteness. They just wanted what white men had. So they chase white women. They think white ice is colder.
What?
And all of these things point to this theory being true. And I know you like, well, why do black?
She said they think white ice is colder, so black ice exists. I know it, we have black ice when it rains and all that, but it gets just as cold as white ice, regular ice. She's kind of confusing me right now. But I get it. She's in present time traveling into the past. Civil rights, Amazonian tribes, and more. Wakanda, baby.
Black men now, not like black women now. This has nothing to do with our forefathers, foremothers. Yes, it does, because our DNA is ancient. Our DNA is ancient.
We
and
know
I
that.
think that deep rooted in black women's spirit and our soul and our DNA, we feel the betrayal. And we know that it's out of this world. We're not being betrayed necessarily by the men we see every day, but there's definitely something innate in us that feels very much like, yeah, they sold us out. They sold us out. And right now, there's a divine feminine awakening happening. I literally have a business called Goddess Rising. And the premise behind the business is that I want to educate or re-educate, because I don't feel like any of this stuff is new. I feel like we're remembering. Women are waking up. Black women are waking up, and we're remembering. We're not learning, we're remembering, and we're tapping in to our divine places where we're exactly supposed to be. It is my belief that because the divine feminine is reclaiming her power, I want to educate Black women so that we're driving the bus and we're not under the bus. If you think about it, this theory makes complete.
I thought us women was already driving the bus. The issue is that we make stupid mistakes sometimes. Make dumb decisions and don't know how to get out of it. And by the time we figure it out, it's just sometimes too late. Some of us figure it out on time. Shit. On some real shit. Listen, man. My head hurt.
Sense simply because Black women as a whole never attempted to assimilate. The only people that attempted to assimilate were Black men. They tried to assimilate. They tried to be all the things that white men wanted so that white men would honor the pact that they made with their forefathers. That ancient pact that white men made that they have yet to honor, Black men have been striving and fighting and trying to figure out a way to get white men to hold up their end of the bargain. I feel like Black men were complacent and complicit in slavery. Don't get me wrong. I'm not.
But if you want to take it back to that, we have, you have people within your own that will sell you out. I mean, that's been going on throughout generations, centuries. All right. Even in tribes. In slavery time, there were tribes that sold them, their own kind. Africa, in America, it doesn't matter. So your point is, you're confusing me a little more.
Saying some of us didn't fight. I'm not saying some of us didn't rise up. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is that we remain disenfranchised because Black men have been fighting for something completely different than what Black women were fighting for. If you think about it, Black women are the culture. Even when everything was snatched from us, even when everything was taken from us, what did we do? We still came up with our own vernacular. We came up with our own styles, our own nails. Everything about us has remained the original and an originated form. The reason we're highly, if they try to duplicate us, that's the reason they try to disregard and disrespect us, because if they keep us low enough, then we'll never, ever, ever recognize our power.
I mean, a lot of us women got so much power in our hands that we don't even know about. All right, so much power in the palm of our hands that we don't even know about. But where it is right, they're using these words and they don't even know about it. Because when you go look up divine feminine energy, right? What is it? Divine feminine energy is a spiritual and cultural concept that embodies qualities like, intuition, creativity, nurturing, and empathy, which are seen as complementary to divine masculine energy. You see, it is not limited by gender, right? And it represents a sacred, right? And represents a sacred life given force found in all people, often symbolized by goddesses, all right, maternal archetype. In the natural cycles of the moon, the concept emphasizes the power of being overdoing and focuses on reciprocity. I hate pronouncing that word. Connection and inner wisdom. And let me put it right here. Reciprocity. I can never say the goddamn word. Reciprocity. Right? It means given, right? In a way. Shit. I hate that I can't pronounce the word. Don't judge a shorty, all right? But the word is right there, all right? I know what it means. I just have a hard time pronouncing the goddamn word. Reciprocity, whatever. But y'all get my point, man. People be saying these words, just throwing them out there, and I agree with the word. They don't know the meanings of the word that they're using, all right? And a lot of women do not have divine feminine energy. Too many women have too much of a masculine energy, all right? They want to overpower the men. They want to be like the men. They want to tell the men what to do, control the men. Sometimes I've seen some women trying to beat the man. I'll be like, damn, if he wanted to, he could fuck you up. He like 200 and something pounds, and you're just like a good bean 20, a bean 30 on some real shit.
Because if we recognize our power, then Black men, the men in general, have to admit they were wrong and they fucked us over. And y'all, I know this sounds crazy. I do. And the reason that I keep saying that is because it sounds crazy to me too.
It sounds crazy to you because what the men did in the past have to do with the men here in the present? All right? What one man did in the past, all right, doesn't mean that the other person in the future is going to do it. Different men. Different eras. Different centuries. So are the like so basically you're trying to say that the men sold us out and now what? Trying to get revenge on us? Or the women are trying to get revenge on them? Like this whole conversation is stupid right now. Because you're confusing me by the minute. Word is trying to save you down there in the chat. But me as a woman, you're not making sense.
Because I'm not a scholar. I don't have like a degree in theology or anything like that that might even make any of this true. I'm not a historian. I'm not any of those things. But there's truly something about this. It's really striking a chord. It really feels familiar. This doesn't feel like a foreign concept. This doesn't feel like a conspiracy. This feels like truth. Like my gut is burning with truth is what it feels like. I promise y'all, again, I'm going to keep saying this. I know it sounds crazy, but it can't be. Can't be because we were made slaves. It was almost as if like we walked into it. It was almost as if like we just surrendered. There was nothing. How did they get all of us? All of us? They came into our home and got all of us?
I mean, if you pay attention to your history, it's explained what happened.
Everybody. The reason being is because we were disenfranchised, because the men were convinced that, oh, you know what? If we let this happen, we're going to be on top. We're going to be in charge of the patriarchy. And guess what? Black men had no real hand in building the patriarchy because they didn't even have rights at first. They couldn't vote either. They weren't considered human either. They were double crossed. And for me now, it's just like, oh my gosh, this feels so real, y'all. This feels so real. I can't not feel this. I can't not hear this. I can't not. It just feels so real. Y'all gotta let me know what y'all think because I'm convinced that now with the divine feminine awakening and she's coming into power, people are scared. The patriarchy slowly but surely is coming to its knees. Look around. Look around. Celebrities, things are falling. There's towers falling. Things are falling. And the divine feminine, it's her time. She's reawakening. She's rising up like the phoenix out of the ashes, y'all. And all I want is for Black women, get on board. Get on board. Get on your Zoom, ladies. Get on your Zoom. I need y'all to tap into your spirituality. I need you to get back into the land, start gardening again, get into them crystals, get into your herbs, all of that, ladies. Now's the time.
Ever going to get along until
Yo, is this the same video? All right, listen. Listen, she had a dream and she woke up. Okay, guys, that's the best way I could explain this. She had a dream, she woke up, and she felt like she needed to express herself. We need to get it together. Stop the gender wars. Stop the fake narratives. Stop acting like, stop acting like one side's pain matters more than the other. Women carry weight, yes. Men carry weight too. And until we stop playing this game of silence and superiority, all right, we'll keep raising kids who inherit the same broken patterns. So let me be clear. I'm not here to, bash women. I'm not here to glorify men. I'm here to, how can I say, call out the bullshit that keeps us divided. I'm here to remind you that men's mental health matters, women's mental health matters, kids' mental health matters. And if we don't start, treating them all with the same urgency, then we're not building equality. We're building chaos. All right. And men and women, all right, we're not the same. I believe in equal rights. You see where I'm coming from? But I don't believe that men and women are the same. We don't do the same things.
Men and women who are not figuring out their true path in life. There you go. All right. And so now they're walking alternate paths, which now makes it harder for those two people to come together. It makes it harder for the right people to line up and match up together. And so now what is happening is they are mismatching with the wrong individuals. People are getting into relationships with the wrong people. They're marrying the wrong people. People want to say marriage this. No. You're marrying the wrong person for the wrong reasons. And so now you're destroying the image of marriage. But understand it all began with you walking a path you weren't supposed to be on.
I agree with him.
You getting involved in things, careers, and situations that you didn't need to be involved in. Now, none of us are perfect. We're going to make our mistakes. But it's one thing to fall off the path and get back on the right one. It's nothing to continuously walk down the wrong path and then try to validate it with all these other things that, again, still prove the point that you have not set the right foundation and you have not found your true path and purpose. Men and women who are not figuring out.
I'm not sure right there. All right, listen, man, let me tell you something. I believe a lot of people are compatible. All right, I'm not out here searching because, in due time, your match will come. I've said it time after time. All right, I've already found mine. So I'm not pressed. Real shit. But here's the point. Too many people are out here jumping headfirst into relationships without even knowing who the hell they're dealing with. Everybody wants a title, the Instagram post, the baby shower pictures, right? But nobody wants to do the work of actually getting to know each other and then wonder why, it all falls apart. You got folks, having babies before they even know if they truly care about each other. Real shit.
What you think the disconnect between men and women is?
Instagram. All the fakeness on Instagram. It's
so basically influence.
It's the girls putting up the flower with the big rose. What is the Venus flowers, the big bouquets with the money and stuff, acting like they got it when really they know they brought it themselves. They putting up bags like they real, knowing the bag is fake. It's just all that, making it seem like, oh, my man. When really, and then you have other women who imposing that on this good. They got a good man, but they trying to run him in the ground because this fake stuff that they see on Instagram, and it's created a total disconnect. And then too, I can say us women, we kind of have got out of control, thinking that we don't need a man when we really do. Yeah. It don't matter how much. It doesn't matter how much money, how successful we become, how we've been able to evolve as women. In corporate America, just period, in business and finances, you still need a man. God created man and woman. Like you need a man.
Real shit. Nah, I ain't said nothing. Y'all know who said it. That queen just all right now.
Yo, they funny as shit. Yo. But listen, on some real shit, all right? Listen, let's call it what it is, all right? Social media didn't just change the way we communicate, it hijacked the way we connect, all right? It turned love into content, healing into hashtags, and relationships into clout chasing, all right? It turned it into clout chasing chaos. We stopped building with each other and started performing for strangers. Men and women were never meant to be enemies. We were meant to, complement, to balance, to build. But now we're too busy, proving points instead of protecting peace. Too busy, going viral instead of, going inward. We let algorithms define our worth, all right? Likes validate our pain and followers dictate, our identity. Real shit. But listen, since ain't nobody hit the link, we're gonna watch one more video. All right, I'm gonna finish saying what I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna get off this John because in 10 minutes we're gonna hit the 2-hour mark. All right.
Good men don't marry women unless they don't know better. The reason I say that is because women are too emotional, and the only reason they too emotional is because they always live in their mind. And what you think turn into what you feel. So if you're not saying the right words, you're gonna make them feel bad. A man who actually
I
cares
just saw Cutthroat. Where you at?
with his actions, because they speak louder than words, right? But if you talk about what you don't like and what you don't want to put up with, they like, why are you talking? As a man, why do you think they do that? Because they want to be told shit that's gonna make them feel good. So a man who's always doing that but get caught cheating here and there, it don't mean nothing. They live in their mind where there are no actions. So
Where's
cheating
Cutthroat
ain't
at?
shit. But because he consistently telling them what they want to hear, it's gonna fit better. We doing too much. They don't fuck with us. We
What?
truth. Subscribe to my YouTube, Planet Reality.
Oh shit. He hurt. He hurt.
The male and female is incompatible, which is the reason why you have so many problems. Men are telling the men the same thing that I'm telling the women. I don't know what you see. Because the definition of compatible is able to exist together without conflict. That is the definition of compatible. Males and females cannot exist together without conflict.
Oh, I was gonna say
sexual conflict. Men are narcissists. Women are narcissists to no end. They actually are more narcissistic than men. Now, men are narcissists. Men are narcissists. But a man ain't got shit on a woman's narcissism. Women narcissistic to the umpteenth power. Yeah.
Yeah.
The male and female.
He in his bag. He in his bag, man. Listen, I see Cutthroat in the StreamYard, but I don't see him in the chat. But blessings, and big shout out to Cutthroat Entertainment, man. This shit is crazy. These people is in the bag.
You know what's crazy?
Last video, because I'm definitely about to end this, John. This John is about to hit the 2-hour mark. But this is, I feel as though that a lot of these people are hurt. They haven't healed.
Men had their role, women had theirs, but not in a way where one was less than the other, but actually in a way where we complemented each other.
Yep.
Yin
Okay.
and yang,
He started off good.
Protector and nurturer, father and mother. And that balance, it built families, it built communities, it built entire civilizations. And it's the way it always worked. But now we're torn apart. Society's telling young women they don't need a man, they don't need children, they don't need a family. Just chase that career, that whole boss bitch fantasy. And if you're like me, you dare to say, like, I want to be the man in the relationship. I want to be a provider. I want to be the protector. I want to be the one that she feels safe with. Well, suddenly I'm labeled a misogynist, old school misogynist, But why? Why is it wrong for me to dream of a wife that I can provide for, that I can protect, that I can cherish? Why is it wrong to want her to feel safe in my arms, to allow her to show her divine femininity and let it shine, that she can feel vulnerable because she knows that I'll never ever let her fall?
Oh,
Like, what's wrong with that?
that's so
I
cute.
don't want to control a woman. I want to worship my queen. I want her to trust me to be the rock while she brings the warmth, the nurture, the softness to
Preach, King.
the cold world that we desperately need.
Mm.
Men and women are not the same. We're not meant to be. We're to be different because together
He's
we
about to
conquer
make me
each
cry.
other.
He's gonna
And if
make me
that makes me
cry.
old school, then I'll stay old school in this very broken new world. You know what's crazy? The world used to make sense. Men had their role, women had theirs, but not in a way.
That was so cute, man. We definitely gonna do a part 2 in the morning, man. That was cute. Yo, he said that so well. Listen, men and women were never meant to be enemies. All right. And like I said earlier, we were meant to complement, all right, to balance, to build. But now we're too busy proving points instead of protecting peace. All right, too busy going viral instead of going inward. Like we let algorithms define, all right, our worth. Likes validate our pain, and followers dictate our energy. I say our energy and our identity on some real shit. Like this disconnect, it's not accident. All right, it's engineered. And I know that this is something that the word would say, all right? And we bought into it. No, not we. People bought into it. People let the noise drown out the truth. People let trends rewrite, our roles. People forgot, all right, that real love, real healing, real unity don't come from a screen, all right? They come from soul work. So if you're tired, of the confusion, of the division, the fake empowerment that leaves you empty, then unplug. All right. Unplug from the illusion and reconnect with your truth. Rebuild what social media tried to destroy, because the real revolution starts when we stop performing and start healing. Too many motherfuckers are coming online, bleeding over everybody. All right. Pouring their blood, all right, on top of others, on top of people that have not hurt them, that have not wounded them. All right. Your experience is not my experience. All right. And because someone hurt you in the past doesn't mean that this person right here is going to hurt you. See, we pick the people that we're with. See, back then, like you heard her, see, the men, I mean, no, it wasn't the last chick. It was one of the chicks that was speaking earlier, I think it was, right? Back then, right, the women had to get married, all right? Had to do these things, blah, 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 right? That's why, listen, I keep saying, the women's civil rights and all that, like, listen, we fought, like they fought, right? A lot of women fought for us women to have so many of the things that we have today, and a lot of women don't cherish it. That's why I say that a lot of women hide behind the Feminist Act, all right? They hide behind that woman empowerment, right? They hide behind it, right? And instead of showing empowerment, true strength, they'll sit here and bash other women. Then turn around and cry, oh, what's wrong with the younger women? They're sitting here, they're disrespecting, but you lead with disrespect, you're going to get disrespect. You lead with respect, you get respect. A lot of these young women are seeing these older women doing nothing more than just twerking, cursing at men, beating on men, bashing men, dragging men up and down the goddamn streets like they mopping the streets with these men. They ain't shit one minute, the next minute they the world. Then the next minute they on the fucking floor. They bums and deadbeats on some real shit. Like some of these women don't even know what the fuck they want. All right. Meant to, all right. I don't know why a lot of men come online and be so messy, acting so feminine, trying to compare themselves with women. All right. I guess they happen on rainbows. I don't know. All right. But women do it too. So let's not get fucking testy, and I don't get tired of it. I'm going to make the shirt. All right. I don't know why men come online and get messy, but women do it too. So let's not get fucking testy. There's so much going on. And it's like, listen, it's a gender war. Why are we doing it? Especially, listen, once you know better, you do better. Maya Angelou, I sit here and ask, like, okay, now that you know better, why don't you do better? You keep repeating the same mistake time after time. All right. It's like I asked the women, well, my man was on the DL. You didn't see the signs? My man got jealous. You didn't see the signs? You picked that man. You see where I'm coming from? Oh, I know what the problem is. The same problem that men are having. I don't want to date a woman. I don't want to, I'm tired of doing this. I'm tired of doing that. Well, you picked the fucking woman that you're with. Even after people warned you about her. But now you want to complain about her? It's the decisions we make, the choices we make. But man, we've hit that 2-hour mark, guys. Make sure y'all listen. Make sure y'all sub up. We're gonna do a part 2 in the morning. I'm not sure what time, but we're gonna do it. All right. Because if y'all enjoyed the stream this far, man, smash that like button for a shorty. All right. If y'all didn't, man, smash that dislike button. All right. Share the videos, help a shorty bring awareness, and let's talk about it. The link was down there, but look, ain't nobody hit the link, so a shorty gonna bounce off this John. Mouthpiece is live. I'm about to go check him out. If the word is live, goes live tonight. I'm gonna go check him out. Make sure y'all go check them out. Check out Cutthroat Entertainment. Great conversations, great topics, man. And like I said already, man, we're gonna do the giveaways for the subscribers. I'm not sure when. And listen, earlier people got mad. Like I said earlier, people got in their feelings because of what I was saying. Oh well. Like, listen, if y'all want to unsubscribe. I don't babysit egos. We don't babysit egos over here. If what people say offend you, that's on you. If you're not a grown up, if you can't, if you're not grown enough, all right, to take what's being said, then you don't need to be there. I keep trying to tell people, all right, if someone makes you uncomfortable, why you there? I can't seem to understand that part of people. All right. They think that by, saying, going around on all my videos saying the streamer is how can I say is what the streamer is trolling her audience. Man, listen, I'll block you. You don't want to be here, you don't gotta be here. All right. So I'm just putting that out there. I don't get tired of saying that. All right. Listen, if what I say it applies to you, that's on you. All right. If the shoe fits, wear that bitch. And if it doesn't, all right, let it fly. If it doesn't apply, let that shit fly. But with all that being said, guys, man, till next time, I hope all of y'all have a blessed and humble day. All right. Continue to have a blessed and humble night. In the old days, love was pure and true. Now it's just a show for all to view. People use it for their own gain, leaving hearts in sorrow and pain. Once a sacred bond, now just a game. Hearts are broken, never quite the same. Love used to be a beacon bright, now it's lost in the shadows of the night. Oh, how we long for those days of yore, when love was honest forevermore. But now it's twisted, tainted and cruel, leaving us drowning in an endless pool. What can we do? In the spiritual world, all seems bright, but shadows lurk in the dead of night. Half of humanity wears a wicked guise, evil deeds hidden behind virtuous eyes. Beneath the surface, a darkness lies, massive deceit veiling their lies. In this realm where good and evil collide, the line between them is blurred, hard to decide. So tread carefully in this world so grand, for not all that glitters is gold in the sand. In the spiritual realm where illusions endure, evil and good dance in eternal obscure. Just imagine that. Karma doesn't ask you how you want it. It just comes and take it. So be careful how you treat others on your way up the ladder, because your way down, trust me. In a world of empty stares, fake love fills the air. Sincerity's distant glare, leaving hearts in deep despair. Truth is lost in a web of lies, hiding behind deceitful eyes. Love that fades and slowly dies, leaving us with heavy sighs. Aching souls in a loveless land, yearning for a genuine hand, but fake love rules with cruel demand, leaving us to understand. In this age of like and retweets, we've forgotten what real love truly means. It's not just about show and tell, but a feeling that makes our hearts swell. It's hard to know who's true and who's fake in a world where appearances are hard to shake. But real love is deeper than a profile pic. It's in the way that someone makes your soul click. So let's not get lost in the digital haze. Let's remember what real love truly conveys. It's not about followers or online fame, but a connection that sets our hearts aflame. In this world of make-believe, they all wear a smile. But behind the scenes, it's just a clever guys, puppets in their show, dancing in their stage. We're all just pieces of their charade. Beneath their mask of joy lies the tangled web, where secrets and deceits are carefully bred. Their lovey-dovey act is just for display. We're all caught up in their twisted play. So let's break free from this illusion so grand and see through the facade with hearts unplanned. No longer pawns in their game of charade. Let's find our own path and not be swayed. I feel like I'm surrounded with people with strings attached to their back, waiting for their master's command. It's like when I was little, right, and I was reading Pinocchio. Every time that he told a lie, his nose grew. It's just that, you know, in real life, their noses don't grow. Karma just catches. In the shadows we see a love so pure and meek, but all that's left is a ghostly echo, a memory bleak, longing for a bond that's true in this world so cold and weak, yearning for the love we knew before the all turned antique, lost in illusions of affection, bleeding like the mist, hollow hearts yearn for connection, any realm dismissed, seeking solace in echoes of the past where love truly exists, but all we find are mere reflections of what loved ones kissed. Amidst the ruins of our hearts, we search for something real, yet all we grasp are faded echoes of what used to appeal in this world where love has become just a commodity to steal. It's just a little food for thought.